I am on my way into Universal Orlando because it is a month away until Halloween Horror Nights opening night. Yes, you heard me right, roughly a month, a little over a month, but we're just gonna say a month because I'm so excited. There have been nearly all the houses already announced. We've had 9 house announcements. Technically, we're gonna say 8.5. We had a Five Nights at Freddy's announcement, but they didn't say if it was gonna be a house or not. We're assuming it's a house. Our most recent announcement was Terrifier, the Terrifier house coming to Universal Orlando for Halloween Horror Nights. Naturally, we're gonna go to the Five and Dime, we're gonna check out the merchandise, and we're gonna be on the lookout for scare zones being set up throughout the theme park. So let's go inside, we can't waste 1 second. Let's get ready and get excited. Halloween Horror Nights 2025 is underway. Here on Hollywood Boulevard, our first scare zone and our first sightings of stanchions being set up. Right here, this is the first sign of Halloween Horror Nights, other than, you know, some of the lights that they have set up throughout the park, which they've actually been slowly setting these up for a couple weeks now. But we have these stanchions here in the Hollywood Boulevard scare zone. None of the scare zones have been announced, but the speculation map for all the houses has been 100% accurate, and that means that the scare zones are probably pretty accurate as well. The Five and Dime store, the home of Halloween Horror Nights merchandise, almost year-round. Let's go inside and check out the Terrifier merch. The merchandise reveal, Terrifier. I have not seen this movie, but I did watch part of the All Hallows Eve movie, which is a prequel. It's actually the first movie they ever made. But let's go inside and check out the Terrifier merchandise. This movie is very popular amongst the horror genre. Here's the first look at the Halloween Horror Nights Terrifier merchandise with a huge glare across the picture of Art the Clown. We have this stained glass little display here with all the announced houses. We got the Jason universe, top left-hand corner. We got Fallout, bottom left-hand corner, and Art the Clown, top right-hand corner. And this is more than likely going to be WWE. This is probably going to be the Five Nights at Freddy's for the bottom one. Ooh, they have a big stained glass one on the back side of this display. This was not here the last time I was here and filmed a video for all the merchandise. You also have a little Terrifier bag right here. Usually the houses don't receive like a bag like this. This is pretty cool, pretty unique. I haven't seen this in a long time. Art the Clown looking menacing on this t-shirt with the blood splatter on his hat, and it's all shiny. This is kind of cool. I don't really like the white collar and the white sleeves. Nothing on the back, but the shirt's all right. I'm not a huge fan of Terrifier, but maybe I'll change that this year. Maybe I'll watch all the movies. I like how this little display has this statue and it's holding the Terrifier bag, which I like a lot. This little display has been here since, I believe, May or late April. This little statue's been here as well, and now he's holding some merchandise. Pretty fun, pretty fun. Right outside of Mel's Drive-In, we have this massive light stanchion, and it makes me feel like there's probably going to be maybe some sort of performance going on down here, kind of like they did with the Megans a couple of years ago. Did they have the Megans last year, or was that a couple of years ago? I can't remember, but massive light stanchion here makes me feel like they're going to bring back some sort of performance right here, right in front of Mel's Drive-In. Speaking of Megan, I turned around and there was a billboard for Megan 2.0, which already came out in June. I didn't realize it came out already, but maybe that's a sign that they're going to bring back Megan for this year's Halloween Horror Nights. Massive light stanchion here on the entrance to this little park, Battery Park. I never knew this little park had a name. It looks like this is going to be the bar, the famous Halloween Horror Nights bar that they have every year in the same location. That's what these stanchions are definitely telling me. Last year, they had characters dancing on stages right here, and they also had this screen that displayed all of the wait times for all of the houses. So it looks like they're bringing this back here at Battery Park, and you have another screen here, which was also displaying wait times, and sometimes they were playing the trailer for Halloween Horror Nights. Another massive light stanchion. This is definitely going to be a bar for Halloween Horror Nights. To the left of Cafe La Bamba is this little area that they normally have a food and drink booth right here. Normally it is some sort of like Mexican food or Spanish inspired, you get my point. And then they have the water fountain back here, and there's these huge light stanchions back here. So this is probably a confirmation that this will once again be a food and drink booth. And then next door is the scare zone that last year I believe was Swamp of the Undead. And this year, who knows what it'll be. Not a lot of light stanchions set up throughout here. I see some in the distance through the trees, but normally they have props in this scare zone by now. It's the middle of July, and usually by now they would have props set up. So I feel like in the next couple weeks, they're gonna build a lot. We got massive light stanchions outside of the Animal Actors show, and it appears that there's some sort of like stage being set up that will probably be used. Maybe, who knows, maybe they'll have a character on the stage. Maybe there'll be an icon this year. I have no idea. Huge light stanchions back here by the Animal Actors show, meaning that this is probably gonna be something special this year. This could be a food or drink booth, but this little stage right here says otherwise. And if the Megans are brought back this year, this could be a stage for the Megans, or better yet, what if they have characters from Five Nights at Freddy's perform their little musical songs that they do inside the restaurant? That would be pretty neat. Back by the old Fear Factor stage, what is typically used for Nightmare Fuel, which you can see by this light stanchion, it's probably coming back this year. There is another light stanchion on either side of this gate back here, and these two light stanchions tell me that there's going to be wait times posted right here for two houses. Last year there was Slaughter Cinema 2 and Goblin's Feast and Monsters Eternal Bloodlines. So that was actually three houses that you would walk through these gates right here. But actually, I believe that it was only Goblin's Feast and Eternal Bloodlines that used this gate, this little corridor. And I believe that Slaughter Cinema 2 was back by Men in Black. This is confirmation that this will be the entrance to some of the queues for at least two houses. Here at the San Francisco section of Universal Orlando, we have these massive light stanchions that look identical to the ones that they used for the Blumhouse Scare Zone last year. This is right outside of the exit to Fast and the Furious. These light stanchions have actually been slowly being built throughout the summer because they do have a little Jaws area over here for the summertime with food and drink booths. And they kind of snuck these up while they were doing that construction. I think these are mostly going to be used for Halloween Horror Nights. There is a little bit of props from the Jaws area just to kind of like, you know, make it more cohesive for the summertime. But these little props can easily be taken down and replaced with Halloween Horror Nights props, which I'm almost 99% sure that's going to happen. Here in New York, you can see some lights on top of these buildings all throughout this future scare zone. The New York scare zone is usually one of the biggest scare zones. Of course, there's lights on top of the buildings, but normally there's more props already set up. It is the middle of July. Guys, we're about a month and a half, realistically about a month and a half away from the event. No props at all other than these lights. A little disappointing. Well, I'm not aware if it's maybe a staffing issue or maybe I just jumped the gun way too early. It's the middle of July. I assume that there would be more HHN props for the scare zones at least up. Maybe I'm just a week too early. I'm not sure, but either way, a little disappointing with the amount of props that we saw today. I'm glad that you stuck with me this long. If you didn't already, click out of the video and scroll on to something better. But thank you so much for watching today's video. A little update for Halloween Horror Nights. The Terrifier merch was pretty cool. Hopefully WWE is going to be next. If you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. That way this video can reach a larger audience. That way my channel can continue to grow. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below. That way you will not miss another HHN update. Halloween Horror Nights updates to come throughout the rest of the summer. And also opening day is right around the corner, so I will of course film that as well. Thank you so much for watching today. Have a wonderful day. Peace.